Double Dragon is one of, if not the most important beat-em up of all time. Despite coming after Technos' Renegade, regarded as the first true beat-em up, it was Double Dragon that exploded into popularity and became a worldwide hit. Its influence can still be felt to this very day, even if the official games that do trickle out are substandard to the brilliant ones coming out in the modern era. Streets of Rage 4, Shredder's Revenge, River City Girls are some of the very best of the genre, worthy of the lineage set so long ago. And I said official because the fans have been picking up the slack, developing and making their own fan games, some as far back as 2003 with Streets of Rage Remake. A game so good and well polished that Sega sent out cease and desist letters. Enter Beats of Rage, or more commonly known as OpenBOR, B-O-R, an editing program for the creation of old-school martial art brawlers. A program known for its numerous and stellar masterpieces that have been created by fans for the fans. I've covered one such game already, Double Dragon Reloaded Alternate, a mashing of Double Dragon, and an arcade game also created by Technos called WWF Superstars. It's a game I felt was the best possible version of Double Dragon Arcade you could play, but I've decided to take a look at another one based off the original, one that does some interesting things too. They say all that glitters is not gold, well this one is close, damn close. This is Double Dragon Gold. Gold is pretty neat in that this is a mashing of all three Dragon arcade games into one, but it fixes the slowdown that absolutely plagued the first two games. It also disregards a lot of what most gamers hated about the third installment, mainly the shop system where you had to actually plunk in extra quarters to gain power-ups, extra lives, and moves instead of earning those credits in-game via score or kills. There's 3 scenarios to choose from, but only the first one can be selected at the start. Beating the first game will unlock the second, and the second unlocks the third, so on and so forth. And this is your good old-fashioned beat-em-up too. Each game is packed with hordes of bloodthirsty gang members out for your blood. And you'll use all your martial art prowess, weapons, and tactics to save your girlfriend Marion, who, depending what game you play, is kidnapped, killed, or in need of spiritual help. Some of you may have already noticed the sprite change of our main hero. This is actually the sprite of Billy Lee from Double Dragon Advance on the Game Boy Advance. And I must say, it fits well in gold. The controls have more or less been simplified from the GBA version. You can punch, kick, and jump. You can also block, run, grab, and kick behind you. You can also perform certain button commands to unleash deadlier techniques like the Dragon Spin Kick or the Hyper Knee. I do believe all the enemies are also from Double Dragon Advance, and if not, the stock cast from the arcade game blends very well. Abobo the muscle-bound giant is here, as well as all of his cousins. So are Jeff and the Lindas. We got Burnoff here too, and a reskinned Andre the Giant from the WWF Superstars game I mentioned before. I always had a soft spot for the chunky techno sprites. They had their own distinct style and look to them that made them stand out to me. What do you guys think?
Groovy.
All the arcade stages are here from the first 2 games. You'll travel through the slums, construction site, forest, and into the gang's hideout in the first adventure, while the second game houses the rooftops, industrial site, countryside, and again the hideout. Double Dragon 3 seems to be the one that has been scaled back the most. You won't be traveling to the pyramids of ancient Egypt fighting off vine monsters, gladiators, or mummies, and you won't have to worry about that stupid floor puzzle either. I hate that thing. Hell, you can't even go inside the shops anymore. It's been reimagined into what Technos of Japan could have done. Either way, I really like the change. The music has been one of my favorite things about the franchise. There's nothing like a great Double Dragon score to bang your head to as you're crushing skulls and taking names. And let's not forget Double Dragon 3, the arcade game. It has quite a number of good tracks in it too. Trust me, even if it's just a stock soundtrack with no improvements at all, it still doesn't disappoint.
Hell yeah.
Double Dragon Gold also supports up to 4 players at a time, which is definitely a very welcome addition. Although I couldn't get 3 extra players together for review purposes, it's still an awesome feature. So are the inclusion of all the playable characters. After beating the first scenario, you can unlock a hefty assortment of the Black Warrior gang to play as. Want to lay waste and dominate? Abobo is here. Hell, you can select the final boss, Willy, if you want to just gun down your own gang members. There's lots to choose from, and you can basically select anyone you like here, as well as change up their color schemes. Not all of them are winners, but just the option of playing anybody is really cool. There's only a few things I'm going to nitpick here. One, the annoying sound effect you hear as the level starts. It's very jarring and goes on longer than it needs to.
It stinks.
The other is how you respawn after death. If there's an area with a protruding wall, you'll end up there and not on the ground. At first I thought this was like a game-breaking glitch, but walking around until your character drops to the ground kind of fixes that. Still, very weird. Overall, the mashing of each Dragon game into one is a really cool thing. It's totally different from the other Double Dragon games on OpenBOR, and while one of the sound effects are annoying, it was just an awesome experience and one I'll definitely go back to. It's solid, fast, and there's a lot of replay value here. Give this one a shot if you have a passing interest in the beat 'em up genre. I'm Will. For those about to retro, we salute you. Take care.